Hey YouTube, Jay the Beast 1000 here, and finally I can do an interesting commentary because I'm home by myself. Okay, first of all, at the end of this video, it's not the real end because I rage quit, but that's besides the fact of this video. Oh, wait a second, I need to breathe. Okay, so I'm gonna tell you guys some interesting stories that happened through the only 13 years of my life. First story will be my first girlfriend. And this was not the girl that I wanted to be my girlfriend. That's why it's funny. Me and my friends were having a bet to see who could jump the highest. I thought I was gonna win, and then they brought a black guy. They brought a black guy to a jumping contest. I was like, really? This is not fair. He's black. Come on. Not being racist, just saying you guys jump high. Okay, but so we had to jump over each other, and I cleared my friends, and by the way, I'm white. I cleared my friend who's 5'7", and then they had a black kid jump over me, and I'm 5'9", and he cleared me. He could have added another foot and made it. I was like, and then I decided to try to outdo him and jump over him, and he was like 6'1". And it didn't turn out the way I thought it would because I hit him in the back of the head with my balls, and we both were kind of uncomfortable. We both felt awkward because I didn't even know the guy, and then my balls hit the back of his head, so it was pretty uncomfortable. And then okay, I'm still talking about my first girlfriend here. That's how I lost the bet. So they made me go ask out this girl. She wasn't even ugly, so I was like, alright, why not? But she was one of those girls who kept talking and would never be quiet. So I did it, and she said yes, of course. I was like, oh, seriously, why? And then I told her that I lost a bet, and then I get smacked for it. I was like, you smacked me because I lost a bet and I had to ask you out, really? But after that, she wouldn't leave me alone when I went to school. She'd follow me and act like she still was my girlfriend, so I was like, oh, Jesus. And then she asked if she could come to my house. She wanted to come to my house when I told her I didn't even like her. And I was like, you can't come to my house. And she was obsessing about coming to my house. And I just kept saying no, and then she would text me and ask, so I blocked her and broke my phone, and that's how I kind of got in trouble. But yeah, that was the story of my first girlfriend. I'll tell you guys a story of a near death happening. And it was in a basketball game with me, my dad, and my brother. We were all playing basketball in our front yard. And then my mom decides to park her truck next to the basketball hoop, so none of us really thought anything would happen, so we just kept playing. And then we started getting rough in that basketball game, so we'd push each other around and everything. And then we got a little rough, and then my brother pushed me one time. He's 17, by the way, and like 50 pounds heavier than me, so yeah. So he pushed me. I fell back like 20 feet, and then I was sliding on the ground, and I hit my head on the hitch of our truck. The metal part on the back of the truck. Yeah, I hit my head on that, and I was gushing out blood from my head. Like, it sounded like that. To me, nobody else heard that, but I did. But when that happened, my mom was crying, but I wasn't. I was like, why are you crying? It hurts like hell, but I'm not gonna cry. But she said she felt sorry for me, so I was like, whatever, just let her cry. And oh my God, I was supposed to go to the hospital because my skull had a little crack in it, and I was supposed to get stitches too, and I didn't get either of those. I didn't even go to the doctor for it. And that's one near-death story. Oh Oh my god, I just thought of a good story. It's about when I snapped my finger, the bone was completely snapped off. I was at school, outside, we were playing football, so my friend decides to throw it. We decided to start throwing it hard. So I threw it hard and bent his finger, so he got kind of pissed. So he beamed it at me, and it nailed my finger, and my finger on my left hand was pointing completely left. Completely. And if I had no skin, my finger would have just fallen right off because I broke my knuckle, whatever bone is in my hand. Oh, sorry, that's my dog's. But I broke those, and whatever bone is in my hand and my finger. I broke 6 bones from that, just from my friend throwing one football at me. I got so pissed I was about to beat the fuck out of him, and then I realized what I had done. Didn't go to the nurse, I was just gonna stay at school, and then my friend decides to go tell the principal what happened, and I was pissed at him, but I ended up going to the hospital 4 times for surgery, because I had to get pins, and I have the pins at my house right now, as we speak. I broke it in January. But I thought that was a story you guys might find kind of interesting because my finger was pointing the wrong way. And, the good part about that, I got to miss a whole week of school because I had to get my cast and surgery and everything done. I thought it was pretty great, and sorry if the mic is kind of close to my mouth or if I'm talking kind of quietly. If it's close to my mouth, then tell me, but if I'm talking quietly, try to turn up the volume as loud as you can to hear me, because these stories are kind of interesting, and I know I have plenty more. And I'm sorry I haven't put up many videos lately. It's because I haven't gotten any decent gameplay. This is not the best gameplay I've gotten this week, I guess. But it was with the PM9, and I thought it wasn't too bad for a PM9, so I decided to just post this because it was kind of fast-paced, and I thought you guys might enjoy it. And I rage quit in the end, so what's not to like about this? What other story would I like to share? That's 3 stories, I think. I'll share a story about 4th grade. This girl, oh my god, this girl was, I think she was kind of insane in the head, because she lived in my neighborhood, so she would come over to our house saying that she's friends with my little sister, and then she'd come and try to talk to me, and I thought she was insane. I did not like her at all. She was a blonde, so not being mean to you blonde, but she was one of those dumb blondes, and I hated this girl. She thought I liked her. She would obsess about me over the bus. She'd try to follow me home. She tried to follow me to my own house more than once. 4 times. This girl is insane. She told me she loved me at least 500 times. I was kind of scared at the time because I thought she was gonna try to come in my room at night. I thought she was gonna climb a ladder and come into my room at night. I didn't know what this crazy girl was gonna do. That's not the whole story, but the video's wrapping up. I rage after I die here. So this is the end of the video. Like, comment, subscribe. Peace.